Welcome back to the Sidekicks podcast. Hi, everyone. It's Sean. If you don't know me, I'm a professional dancer in New York City and Megan's older brother.
And I'm Megan, Sean's younger sister, and I am a former Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, and we are two siblings in the same industry, just wearing totally different shoes. New episodes drop every Thursday, and you can find us on all social medias at the Sidekicks Pod. Sean, what do we have today?
Well, today we're going to do a little challenge on how well do we know each other, a little siblings challenge.
Woo!
But before we do that, we start every episode with our side quest of the week. Megan, you want to take it away?
Yes. Okay, so I'll start first. Actually, DCC was in New York City this week, so I had such a jam-packed week. It was super amazing. We got to be on the Today Show and do a lot of interviews and content for some magazines, and then we also got to make an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, which was so cool. He is the nicest person ever. We truly had such a blast, and I also got to see you. So,
oh yeah, baby.
So many fun things this week. Such a pinch me moment. I don't even know what my life is, but enjoying every part of this ride right now.
It is so crazy. I mean, a part of me definitely expected you to do great things, but it is crazy the level of greatness that you have been doing as of recently.
Thanks.
I see you on TV and I'm like, wait, I know her and she's my sister. That's so weird, but also not weird at all because I'm just like, oh, there she is.
There she is. Oh my gosh, so fun. What about you?
Well, you stole my answer. If I did have to choose one of my own side quests of the week, I did get new headshots done, which I've been meaning to get for so long.
Yes.
So that was really, really fun and really cool. And it's about time.
It's about dang time.
Got some headshots.
Woo! They look so good too. I can't wait for you to post them. I'm like, oh, the world is not ready.
Well, thank you.
Also, I feel like some funny moments happened this week. Do you have anything embarrassing to share with the class?
Megan, there's always something embarrassing to share with the class. This week, one that I'm willing to divulge, I guess, in public would be I did have a haircut that I was supposed to get, and I took a nap, and it was supposed to be a quick 30-minute nap, and it ended up being a 2-hour nap, and when I woke up, it was 15 minutes into my barber appointment, so a little bit embarrassing, not the worst, nothing too crazy, but I was like,
not the worst.
Ugh.
Oh, that's just so frustrating. You're like, dang it.
No.
I didn't mean to do that.
I didn't mean to. I promise. I really wanted to be there. But he was really, really nice, and he let me reschedule for the next day.
Oh, you still made it? You still got your haircut? Okay,
next day.
that's good. Thank goodness. Okay, well, I have a funny story.
Lay it on us.
Let me pull up the receipts, actually. So I got this DM first, and then I ignored it. I was like, this is kind of weird. But then I got this comment on my video of me and Faith just being silly girls dancing in our hotel room. But this account said, looks like fun. I think you better warn Faith that you toot loud when you're asleep, just in case she wakes up and hears something loud.
Why does he know that your fart's so loud?
I don't even.
How does he know something that we don't?
Anyways, and then I check my DMs. Literally says, it was the fart that did it for me because she's real. Nothing is better than a real woman who farts whenever she feels like it.
Wait, Megan,
this is
I feel
on
like
the video of our duet.
Did you fart?
Says, no, I did not. I did not.
When did we say that you fart?
Never, ever. Then he said, she's so hot, she can burp and fart when she's with me anytime. Sir, I have not been with you. No. Anyways, I just thought it was honestly, Sean and I think farts are always hilarious. But I got that and I literally had to send it to him. But what the heck?
That is so funny. And it's like not shocking though, because fart humor is like your humor. So if you're watching out there, fart man, like,
oh my God.
You're right. You're on the money. But that is a little weird and funny.
Anyways, I thought the viewers would enjoy a little story time. So just wanted to share that because it's just so bizarre. So bizarre.
How bizarre.
Anywho, we're going to turn a new page.
A fartless page.
Oh my goodness. Please. I've had enough. But let's get into our sibling challenge. How well do Sean and know?
How well do Sean and know?
How well do Sean and I know each other? So let's start with round one. Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence. The thing that Sean does that drives me crazy is I said when he's late and like takes his time and we're trying to get somewhere, it actually makes me go into a spiral. Well,
Yoicks.
what did you put?
Yeah.
Was I right?
For that answer, I put choose loudly. Choose, as in food or gum. I feel like you don't like when I
That is
chew.
so true. That is actually, that is very valid. I forgot about that. Honestly, both are
Well,
valid.
both are right. I do a lot of annoying things.
So do I.
All right. Megan's most underrated talent is I put a little more niche. I put code switching in that, like, you can switch from having a fun time to being very serious to being like goofy, hilarious. I feel like you do that really well. And that's not a talent that everyone has, being able to switch so quickly and effortlessly. What did you put?
Wow, that's really good. I put drawing.
Drawing.
Yes, I feel
Are you
like
good at
when I
drawing, Megan?
yeah, a little. I just remember I would draw eyeballs all the time. Do you remember that? Like, it was in, like, 6th grade, I would draw eyeballs. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
That was it.
okay.
I don't
I'll
know.
have to post some pictures of you drawing eyeballs to let the people know.
Okay.
All right, my next one. Megan's biggest weakness is sleep. Megan needs sleep.
That's so
And
good.
it's not a big one in that, like, she can be fine without sleep. She goes without sleep a lot. But when Megan doesn't have sleep, it is pretty rough. And you can see it in her face. You can see the eyes start to drift apart. You can see, like, if she's tired, it's all right, Megan. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, girl. Megan is not here right now.
That's actually a funny thing, like, I always fall asleep in Ubers.
Wait, Megan, that is not
With
great.
with friends, only with
Oh,
friends,
okay. Oh,
obviously.
yes, in the
But
company of
no,
friends. That's okay. I was like,
it's a bad
Megan,
quality of mine. No, if it's
that's
time to
okay.
go to bed, like, I fall asleep immediately. We joke that I go to low power mode. I'm like, "Uh-oh."
You do go to low power mode. That's a great way of putting it. Wait, what did you put?
Okay, I put, my biggest weakness is ice cream/donuts.
Okay, yes,
I took the
that
funny
is
route. I
that is
can't say
so true.
no. I will never say no. I It's my kryptonite. So,
It's my kryptonite too, Megan. We shared that together. Literally
yeah,
last night, I went to dinner and they were like, I like was so full, but they're like, "Do you want to go to Van Leeuwen and get some ice cream?" And I'm like,
absolutely.
"Yeah, I do." And I was not
Next
even
question.
hungry.
You have
Next
a
question.
second stomach for dessert.
Right? No, but I ended up actually giving well, I actually can't even say it. I mean, I guess it could. It's not great. There was a cat outside my apartment. It was a kitten. And I was like, "Oh my God." And it was so tiny and cute. And Caitlin was with me and she was like, "You need to give that cat your ice cream." And I had taken like maybe 2 bites of it. It was like a full thing of ice cream. And
Absolutely not.
she's like, "Give it to the cat." And I was like, "Okay." Because I wasn't even that hungry. I just wanted like a little nibble of ice cream. And I was like, "Okay." And then I let it eat some. And I went upstairs and got a can of salmon and I gave it to the cat. It was just started eating, but when I told Josh about it, he was like, "You gave the cat your ice cream?" I was like, "Yeah, like, I'm being really nice." He was like, "Can cats eat ice cream?" And I was like, "It's like milk, basically." And then I
No.
looked it up, and it's, like, not good for the cats, like, that amount of sugar. So but I didn't give it a ton, but I did
Oh
give it
my
ice cream.
god. Okay.
I'll have to cut that part out so they don't know I gave a cat diarrhea.
My god. Okay. Next question. Sean could never survive without, like, technology. That's what I put. Like, he can,
Nah,
but when we were kids, like, he would buy the iPad, he would buy the newest iPod. He
I do
had
love
everything.
technology.
He loved a game. He loves literally just a digital device to play on. And so,
Guilty.
I don't know.
I actually put 2 answers because I was like, maybe like, I love and need AC. I am a
Okay,
warm-blooded
that's true.
creature. I need, like, something to cool me down at night. I need a fan. Even in the wintertime, I need
So
something.
true. I'm the
My
same
other
way.
answer was Olipop. I love Olipop. I have
That
1
is a
or
good
2
one.
or 3 at least every day. Like,
That was I should have said
it's
that.
my it's part of my routine. It's like wake up, coffee,
So true.
breakfast, and then it's Olipop for lunch, Olipop for dinner, Olipop for dessert. Like, it's pretty
When I
rough.
visited, I've never had more Olipop in my life, so I can
We keep it
agree.
stocked.
Yes, so true. Oh my gosh.
Please, Olipop sponsor us if you're
I
listening.
know, please.
Well, close, but no dose. All right, your next question. Megan is happiest when I put, and I don't know what was going through my head, but I feel like it's right when you're on a boat. I think you're like, I think you're
Okay.
all, I put originally in my mind, it was going to be country music, but I felt like she's on a boat when we listen to country music. So I was like, maybe a boat? I don't know.
Wait, that's a good one. You know what I put? I said when she's worked out and has a tan.
Okay, Megan, I literally that I should have gone with my gut, but I was like, oh, that's so cliche. But I was like, when she's worked out, and I was gonna say when you're in the sun. I literally was
Yeah.
gonna say that, but then I just didn't want to make you seem conceited or anything. Like, oh,
Nope.
she needs to be so fit, she needs to be so tan. But that literally was what my heart was saying to say.
I don't care if I have like I could if I look the same as I did a week ago, but I haven't worked out, my confidence is actual dirt. Same with a tan. Like I'm pale and I haven't worked out, then I just like don't feel good at all.
Yeah,
Truthfully. And I'm not a happy
I'm
girl.
right there with you.
I'm like, I am the worst ever and I look ugly.
You could
Okay,
never.
that's enough. But that's so nice. Okay, this one, Sean's toxic trait is saying no. Sean will never ever say no. Like we were on the streets of New York City and this man came up to us was like, "Hey, like would you like to were you interested in some solar panels?" And Sean's like, "Oh my god, we're actually just we're not from here." I don't know. And he's all of a sudden we are in a 20-minute conversation because the guy was kind and nice and Sean didn't want to say no to him. And now we're about to give a donation. I was like, Sean, please, you gotta be a little bit more mean. Sean is literally so nice to every single person.
I do. Well, yes, I have a hard time like just ignoring someone because like this it's most of the time it's like someone's job to like get people to like talk to them and like fill
Yeah,
out stuff. So I'm like, let me be someone that helps out your job. But
of course.
on the other side, it's also like in New York, especially, everyone's running a scam. If you're not scamming, you're getting scammed. So everyone is like, buy my CD, listen, sign this petition, blah, 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 blah. And like, I'm used to saying no all the time. But I was like, with Megan, I was like, I'm feeling nice. But my
Feeling
answer to
good.
this was thinking I can run on no sleep because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I do. And it
Very
honestly,
true.
I am pretty good at it, but I know it's not the best. And I know it eventually knocks me down. But yeah, and that goes along with saying yes to everything because I'm like, yes, I can make anything happen. Sleep is usually the one thing that will get the kicker,
Yep,
which I am working on it.
you are. You are,
Trying to
for
be
sure.
better.
Yeah, you're
All
doing great.
right. Megan could talk for hours about makeup.
That is a true statement.
I feel like you are so passionate about makeup that I feel like you could just like I don't even know the extent of the knowledge that you have about different types of things. I just feel like you have put a lot of time and resources and money into learning and perfecting your makeup craft that I feel like
That
you could
is
really
true.
talk
Thank
forever
you.
about. Not that you do. I'm not saying that all you talk about is makeup, but I'm like
No, I know.
I feel like you could
I
talk a lot about it.
I agree. No, I think that's a great answer, and I don't disagree with that answer. I put dancers are athletes. That is the one thing
Oh my
I could
god.
actually like. That was what actually like my Roman Empire. You want to talk about it? We're gonna talk about it. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you anything and everything you want to know. How
I'll
hard
debate you
girls work. Yeah,
for hours.
yeah. You want to debate? We'll have a debate.
Yeah, no, I remember arguing with our older brother Danny about that because Danny and his friends were all baseball
When we
players.
were kids, when we were
Yes,
kids.
yes, when we were kids.
It was more
And
like dance as a sport,
yeah, and
figuring that out.
it was just like obviously what we were doing. The baseball players were like lifting heavy weights and doing sprints and doing hard stuff that is like you could see it and be like, yeah, it's really hard. And then we were dancing. So it wasn't as easily understood as a hard thing, but for us, we knew it was hard. And now looking back, I'm positive that Danny understands the difficulty, and I 100% believe he agrees that this is a sport.
For sure. He is probably our number one fan now.
Yeah,
Anyways,
supporter.
such a supporter. All right, our last one. Okay, Sean's catchphrase, I really hope I get this right, is fierce.
I was going to say YOLO.
Shoot. I haven't heard you
I
say
thought
that
you
in
were there
so
with me.
long. Dang it.
I do say fierce a lot, but that's
No,
kind of on the
fierce.
way out the
Fierce,
door.
fierce, fierce. That's what I always
Fierce.
hear.
I
Okay,
do
yeah, it's
say fierce
fierce.
a lot. I use yes, but my catchphrase is definitely YOLO, and that
It
goes with my
is.
previous response of YOLO, like, I'll sleep later. YOLO.
True, so true. Yeah, now that I think about it, I should have said that. But no, I just feel like I hear you in my head saying, "Oh, that's fierce. Fierce, fierce, fierce," because it is
I
fierce.
do.
So,
I do. I think I still do say that in my head a lot, but now I say slay.
yes,
I'll
yeah, I
slay.
do that as well. Honestly, it's become a
It's
little bit
it's
too
like the
much for my
newer one.
vocab.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough. Well, that was super fun. Let's move on to the
Love.
next round, shall we?
Yes.
Childhood recall. So
Woo!
basically, we're going to be referencing stories with one word, and we're going to see if the other person can catch on.
Woo!
The other person is hopefully going to remember a story and then fill us in on it.
Based on that one word. So,
One
one word
single
to
word.
encompass all of our memories. So, this should be pretty interesting.
Make it a good word.
Okay, we have to be pretty selective.
Do you want to start?
Okay, I'll start. So, my word for you, you have to remember the story and you have to tell it. The word is intruder.
Oh, do I know this story?
This one's pretty
Okay.
famous in the McElhaney household, so I'd be really ashamed if you didn't understand. But
No.
here we go.
Okay.
Take it away.
Yes. When I was in high school, going back to literally the topic of the hour is me not sleeping ever. It was during finals weeks, like right before, it's right around Christmas time, and I was not sleeping and I got really sick. I ended up getting pneumonia, but I didn't know it yet. And I had a fever of 102, and my dad was like, "You can stay home." So we actually already went to the doctors and they said I wasn't sick, but I ended up getting pneumonia. And anyways, so I stay home, my
What's with
dad
us and
leaves.
pneumonia?
I know. Why does it keep getting us?
I don't know.
But I stayed home, and right after my dad left, he was going like on a big shopping spree. He left, and maybe seconds afterwards, I heard a knock at the door. This is at like 10 in the morning on a Thursday. So all my friends were gone. And I was like, who is that? So I look out the window, no UPS, no postman, no nothing. I get out of bed. I'm walking to the door. I keep hearing them knock. They've knocked a couple times and hear them cough. And I was like, oh my God, what if they're a scary person that's also sick? I was like, I don't want to deal with it. So I went into the kitchen, I grab a knife, I grab the landline because you can trace it. And I run down the hallway and I lock myself in my parents' bedroom. I close the curtains, go into their bathroom, lock the door, pull out all the drawers in the bathroom so that you couldn't even open the door. And then I call my dad. And I'm like, Dad, they've knocked like 10 times. So I'm like, someone's been knocking on the door a lot and I'm a little scared. And he was like, okay, like, I'll come back. Also, he's in the middle of shopping, like groceries and stuff in hand. So, of course, he wasn't going to just
It's
drop
gonna take
everything. And then,
hours.
yeah, no, he was like, I'm going to finish like checkout and then I'll come home and make sure he's okay. So while I'm waiting, I literally hear footsteps down the hallway. And I was like,
God.
oh no, this
Holy
isn't good.
cow.
Holy cow. I hope that holy cow could save me right now. And so I immediately
Megan
call
Moo
back my
Cow.
dad. Megan Moo
It's
Cow,
me.
come and save me, please. You were at school. I call my dad and I'm like, Dad, there's a person in the hallway. So he's like, oh my God, call 911. So I hang up, call 911. And as I'm talking to them, I could hear the person walking into each of our bedrooms, into the
Ugh,
bathroom, down the hallway, and they're getting
terrifying.
closer and closer to my parents' bedroom. And I'm like, trying to be quiet. And I'm telling them, like, I'm in a house. I'm like, "Ah." And as I'm telling them this, I hear the doorknob shake. And if that wasn't scary enough, then I
Ah!
hear a knock on the door. And
You're already in the house.
I'm like, this person has the audacity to break into the house, but then the manners to knock on the door. So I'm like, oh my God, there's a psychopath coming to get me right now. So I'm freaking out. But again, I'm like, hey, they're locked outside the bedroom door. They aren't even in here yet. And then before I know it, I hear the door burst open. They crowbarred the bedroom door open. So now they
Oh
are
my
right
gosh.
outside the bathroom door. I
Uh-uh.
am freaking out. I am hysterically crying now. I'm screaming out the phone. I'm like, they're here. They're coming to get me. I was thinking like it was like a scene out of Taken. Like they're coming
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh.
And I'm like crying, I'm screaming, I'm wearing my lucky Irish pajamas. I have a knife in my hand. I'm ready to do something crazy. I think they didn't realize there was someone in the house, or maybe they did, I don't know. But they
Absolutely not.
probably hear a little 5-year-old girl screaming in the bathroom and they realize this is probably a little too much. So they run away. After
Oh my
that, I'm like
gosh.
freaking out about my cats now. I'm like, oh my God, they probably left the door open
The
and
cats are
Joey and
gonna run
Chloe are going to
away.
they're going to run away and get eaten by coyotes. But before I knew it, the police came in and they, they knocked on the door and they're like, John, are you okay? And I was like, John. I was like, oh my God, this isn't John's house. This is Sean. And they're like, all right, come out. Anyways, nothing got stolen. I'm fine, but it was a very silly story because
Thank goodness.
spooky dooky. But yeah,
Literally
they didn't
so
take anything.
scary.
And the moral of the story is I saved Christmas because it was right before Christmas and my dad had bought a bunch of gifts. And so I'm basically the Grinch. Well, the opposite of the Grinch. Well, the Grinch should save Christmas, but
The Grinch that saved Christmas.
yes,
There we go. Oh my
yes,
God.
that was
I remember that story was insane. Dad had picked me up from school and was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, just so you know, someone broke into the house. Sean is in the house." I was like, "What?" I was like, he's like, "Everything's fine." But I'm like, I was scared for a while. But
Yeah, I
after
was literally
that,
like, "I'm fine." I was like, I've watched so many true crime shows where I was like, "I hope that I would know what to do in the case of something spooky happening," and I did exactly what I expected to do, and it worked out, and I'm alive to tell the story. So, it was a good
honestly,
experience for me.
best experience, like best case scenario that you were the one that was there
Yeah.
because Danny would have gone ballistic and I would have just like cried and like hid somewhere and it just wouldn't have worked out. So I'm really glad that you were the one there.
I did cry and hide somewhere too, so I guess we were one and the same.
Oh my gosh, such a good story.
Oh,
Anyways, okay, this next one I think you'll get, but the word is hairspray.
yes. So, back at our studio days, we used to do and by we, it was mostly you, used to do a
Yes.
father-daughter dance, and then that eventually turned into a father-daughter-mother dance.
Yes.
And it never ended up turning into a father-daughter-mother-son dance, unfortunately, but
Happy Pride.
it almost got there. What the story was is they were my mom and dad and Megan were doing a hairspray dance, and the moms were the Supremes, the dads were Tracy Turnblad's mom, and then the girls were Tracy Turnblad. And
It was Welcome to the 60s.
yes, and my mother was
Ours.
our mother was dancing in this, and she also was playing co-ed softball, and one of the games, she was running back, and she stepped into a hole, and she hurt her knee, which she ended up, like, tearing her ACL and MCL and partially tearing her meniscus and also
Fracturing her femur.
fracturing the femur. It was really bad. She literally was, like, the next day walking, she was like, "I think I'm okay."
I know she was.
But they were like, "No,
I'm
you need
fine.
to, like, get in a brace
Everything.
and not walk and dance on it." So and this was right before our nationals, so my dance teacher was like, "Sean, do you want to do the dance with her? There's already a bunch of cross-dressing dads. What the hell? Let's have a cross-dressing son too." So I took on the role of my mother and, got to perform with the family, which was fun because I never got to do it, but I did not shave my armpits, so I'm, like, dancing and, like, I remember one of my friend's mom was in the audience and she heard people being like, "That mother forgot to shave her pits," and she was like, "Well, that mother is a boy."
Also,
But
the
it was
best
really
part
fun.
about it is our mom had this solo and she like had like a whole like, "Don't you let nobody try to steal your fun." It was like that part of the song.
Yes.
And we
It
all
was
like
just what I
point at
needed.
her. It was always like a fun applause. But at nationals, we got invited back to re-perform. But the roar of the audience is comparable to a Cowboys game. It
Yeah, it
was loud. Everyone was like,
was deafening.
"Rah!" I was like, "Oh my God." And then funny story after that, I had like a double coupe turn into a leg hold turn and I completely missed my foot and I completely embarrassed myself. So
It's okay, no
Sean
one
had
else
an
knew.
amazing moment and I ruined the whole dance.
Yes. All right,
Okay.
my last story for you is elk.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Okay. Okay, I know this one. So we were on a trip to Montana and we were doing a whole road trip all the way from California up there. And so we stopped at Yellowstone National Park and we get off out of the car and Sean and Danny were like, let's go look for sticks. And I said, okay,
We were,
because
like,
I
in our,
love
like,
sticks.
slingshot era. We were in our slingshot era, and we really
Yes.
wanted to find, like, a stick that we could put a rubber band to and make a slingshot out of it. Keep
I
going.
completely forgot about that. So I'm like, okay, yay, we're gonna find a stick. Yay, I get to be part of the boys. I get to do something fun. Like I'm included. Let's go. So I get out. They're finding their sticks. And then of course, I love to go in my own world. I'm in La La Land. I'm in Megan's world. And I'm like, I'm deep into finding the perfect stick. So all of a
We were
sudden, I'm
both
like,
deep into finding the perfect stick.
yeah, but I was very much deep. And so then I look up and I'm like, where the heck are Sean and Danny? And I like see them like running away. And I'm like, what the heck? And I just like hear something massive behind me. And I turn around and there's this big elk staring at me. And I swear I was like running in slow motion, but it
I think it was a
literally
I think it
was
was a moose.
huge. No, it was an elk. It was an elk.
Are we
It was not
sure?
a moose. A moose
I
would have
think it was
killed
a
me. It would
moose.
have killed me for
No, I think that's
sure.
why it was scary because I remember it being
No,
huge and
elk are huge. They're huge.
moose are even bigger.
I would have been dead if it was a moose. But
Okay.
anyways, I literally ran. But I just think it's so funny that I was in La La Land again, that I had no idea this big fat animal was right behind my neck, breathing down it like, I'm just kidding. But no, so embarrassing. Of
That is
course I
so
didn't
weird.
notice.
It's a great
Anyways,
story.
we'll close out on that one.
Yeah.
Anywho. This brings us into our last round. We are doing some rapid fire questions.
We're going to ask a question, and then on the count of 3, we're going to either point or raise your hand for who it applies to most. Megan, are you feeling ready?
I'm ready.
Are you feeling rapid?
Yes.
Are you on fire?
I'm on fire. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's start question 1.
I've had too much time in the house today. Oh my God.
Honestly, same. We've
Get
both
me
had
out. I'm actually freaking out.
Not the shackles.
Get me out.
All right. Well, here we go. Question 1. Who cries easier? 3, 2, 1.
Ah!
Me?
Yes, because I like literally any Pixar movie you put on, Coco, you put on Up, Sean is sobbing.
Okay, those are the 2 saddest movies of all time, though. I'm talking about you watch anything, you are crying.
Mamma
I feel
Mia.
like you cry at any reason to cry.
Okay,
I feel like it takes me a
now.
little bit. That's crazy, Megan. I thought this would be an
Okay.
easy one.
I know, I did too. I thought so, me too, but also like, you have your moments.
I have my 2 moments. All right.
Okay.
Who apologizes first? 3, 2, 1. Okay, yes.
Sean's gotten
just-
really good. I feel like we used to be super stubborn when we were kids, but I
Yes.
remember one time after we recorded the podcast, he's like, so sorry if I was a little sassy. And I was like, Sean, be so for real. Like, I'm your sister. You don't even need to apologize, and you weren't
know.
sassy.
I
It was
just am
so
like,
funny.
I think about my emotions and my actions a lot more. And now that I'm old and wise,
Oh
and
my
I'm just
gosh.
like, you know what? It's not that hard to apologize.
You're right. I love that.
It's easy. All right. Who spends more money? 3,
Okay.
2, 1.
Also
Yeah,
Sean.
that's going to be me.
Sean. Oh my
I've gotten
gosh.
better also, but like, life is
No,
expensive.
It is so expensive. And also you live in New York, which is extremely expensive. Just to get into
Yeah.
the city, you're already spending a good amount of money on transportation. So
For sure.
that in itself is just tough.
Yeah. Well, next question, Megan. Who gets hangry more?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ah! Both of us. Honestly, both of us.
Yeah. I think that is
we-
so both of us.
Because we received the bad end of it from, like, if Sean's hangry, I know. And if I'm hangry, Sean knows. Like,
Yeah.
we're both like, don't look at me weird. Don't even breathe. I'll hurt you.
Yes.
I'll literally come at you.
We will cause damage.
Yeah.
We will cause
Yeah.
we will cause a fire.
A fire.
We'll do anything.
Okay. Oh no.
All right.
Okay. I'll ask
Yeah.
the next few. Okay. Who is more stubborn? Ready? 3, 2. Ah! Both of us.
Okay. We're
Both
both
of us.
stubborn. I feel like I've gotten less stubborn, but I feel like I do have a very stubborn nature.
Yeah. I would agree. I feel like maybe I've become more stubborn because in the past I feel like I've just let people walk all over me. So now I'm a little bit more firm in where I stand.
Oh, that's good.
And that's
like
on
that too.
growth. Okay.
It's fierce.
Fierce. Who would survive alone? Oh. 3.
Should we change it to who would survive a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like alone. I think I would cry. I wouldn't
Like
be me.
we're both alone right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, I know. We're not surviving. Okay. Who would survive a zombie apocalypse? 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Sean,
yes.
of
No,
course. Sean is so like handy and instinctual, and he
oh,
could just
wow.
figure it out.
I feel like
I
also
could
I've been
not.
like training for like a zombie apocalypse for some reason.
You've
Like
been
I
training for
like
an
why do I
intruder.
right,
That was your first test
survive
and
the
you
intruder,
passed.
now I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse. I feel like every time I go to a fitness class, I'm like, why am I running so fast? Why am I lifting so heavy? And I'm like, zombie
I
apocalypse
must
stuff.
I must survive, actually. The
That
survival
is
of the
hilarious.
fittest. Darwin could
I'm
never.
ready. He wrote that about me. No. All right.
Is that even the right person? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Okay.
Darwin. You
Okay,
did
cool.
good.
Thank you. I just paid attention.
All right. Who would be on Love Island? 3, 2, 1. Yep. That is like
Couldn't
it's honestly like so accurate.
Well, okay. I just started watching last night and it is very crazy. Like I don't think I could hang. I think I would be on it because I'm single, but I don't
Single.
know if I could hang. Like I am not a PDA person. I am more reserved in that aspect, and they are like
Yeah.
going at it from day one. Like, "There's nice to meet you. Let's make out." I'm like, "Ooh,
Not only
no."
that, they also like thrive on like dramatic
Like
people. And I feel like you're
toxic.
probably the least dramatic person,
Yeah, no,
but
thank you.
I
I
would
think
love
just
to see you on another show. So like, get her on.
gosh, I don't think I would do well. I would be so boring and I would hide.
You would
I'd
hide,
hide.
just like the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, who would accidentally join a cult? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
What? I
Both
think
of
we
us.
both have joined cults to an extent.
Honestly, dance is a cult. Just
Dance
kidding.
is a cult. Yeah. Guilty.
Guilty. No, we're just devoted to a community. And I feel like that sometimes can be justified as a cult.
I
Anyways,
love it.
okay, last question. Who is most likely to leave someone on red for 3 days? Ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. Sean, he is the culprit. I will send so many messages and I will not hear for days. So I'm like, bro, I need to call him.
It's rough.
And
I feel like, in my defense, I'm a part of like so many different group chats through work and
okay,
life. And I have 1,036 unread messages on my phone. And it's not
Sean,
as bad as you think. It is bad. It's bad. I get that. But it's like so many texts, like spam and from like senators and like from,
my God,
I don't know. I literally
you
am
need a
like,
personal assistant. This is ridiculous.
literally, I'm taking applicants. Please help me.
No, I feel like we both have ADHD in different ways. Like I have to like make sure I have 0 notifications, and you're like, I'll get to him.
I'm like, it's just there's always going to be messages I need to read. And I'm like,
That's crazy. Oh
it's
my
bad.
gosh.
It's bad. Well, Megan, I think that's the end of our game.
Woo! I don't even know who won. I hope the audience, the audience won on this one. They get to know a little bit more
Yes.
about us and our
Yes.
silly, silly memories.
Our silly memories and our weird answers.
I know. Goodness. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You better have. Or else Sean's going to send
I'm
you a
sending
text
the intruder
message.
to your house.
Something's going to happen, or we're going to cry. Don't make
Or
us
we're going to
cry.
cry, both of us. Don't make us cry, please.
Both of us are going to cry. Anyways,
Both of
so
us are going to join another cult.
hey, we're going to join a cult as well. So you better subscribe to our YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify so you don't miss a beat every Thursday.
Every
Sidekicks Pod.
Thursday.
Well, it's great hanging out. We'll see you next time on the flip side. We out.
Ciao for now, friends.
Ciao for now.